Here we go. All right, looks like we are live on YouTube, and looks like it is time to share with you some pieces about the 30 days with Kamal. All right, looks like we are live. So thank you so much for being here. I'm on my Zoom, and I'm also streaming live to my YouTube channel. If this is the first time you've seen me, welcome. Thanks for being here. And thanks for those who have subscribed to the 30 Days with Kamal. We started this amazing initiative for clarity and confidence to help so many of you out there. And it has been amazing, great response from those who already know me and from the new people who are subscribing. So welcome and thank you for being here. If you like what you're hearing, please subscribe and share this with friends. It's what I call 30 days to get you that new habit or 2 or 3 and skills that can really help you change. Now, where is this coming from? Well, this information is coming from my book, which is my notes, my learnings, what I learned from Bob Proctor. Bob Proctor was the #1 in human potential, and I studied with him for a few years. He's now passed away, so you get to get some information from that as you listen to my talks and my videos here live and also on the channel. So it's 30 Days with Kamal, and today I'm gonna share with you a little bit about few of the chapters, just 10-15 minutes, and then how this 30 Days with Kamal can really help you change the game, because you need that clarity, you need that confidence. So you see, most business people want to show up confidence, want to show up believing in what they're doing, and they get out there and then yet they're stressed and the results are not showing up. You're trying, you're pushing, you're working hard, and it's not really happening. How do I know that? Because I've been there. I've been in your shoes and I know what it feels like. And now that I've gone through this material, that's that I've studied it, and that's how I experienced it. What I'm sharing with you is tested and it works. And all you have to do is just test this material and you will understand what I'm talking about. Just test it. Just test it with me. Go with me for 30 days, okay? And see what's going to happen. Again, if we've never met and if you're listening to this live, welcome. Thanks for being here. If you're watching a recording, give us your comments and questions and we'll get back to you with some answer on what you're asking about. But clarity and confidence, where does it come from? So in here, I listen and I write about 10 different topics, and it starts with, getting clarity on this mindset business, right? I'm going to share the screen as well so you can see what I'm talking about. This is just a piece of what I'm sharing with you on mindset. And a part of the mindset talk is developing that skill set and strategy, okay, so you can get that. See, when I was with Bob and he's asking you, what do you really want, right? You really got to figure that out. And I'm like, what do you mean? I want some money, I want some house, I want a car, I want this, I want that. But I'm not talking about just that right now. I'm talking about, what do you really want? Like, have you ever sat down in a quiet place and asked yourself that question? What do I really want? Like when you go and, you buy a lotto ticket and you think of a big number, like what would you buy first? What would be the one thing that you're not going to stop trying to get until you get it? That's the kind of type of goal I'm talking about. So when we say, what do you really want? Is what do you really, really want? And so Bob now has passed away. Laurel Langmeyer is my current mentor. She's known as the Millionaire Maker. Both of them were in the movie The Secret. If you haven't seen it, 500 million people have seen that movie. And I get the privilege to work with Laurel and really teach Bob's material and mine now that I have a book about it. So when we talk about what do you really want, it's something bigger. Like, you have to get this clarity, to get this focus, you have to think big. It's got to be something you've never done. It's got to be something you don't know how to do. It's got to be something scary and exciting. So it's scary and exciting at the same time. But most of you, as soon as you go on to think about it, you don't do anything. And we call that right away in lesson 2 here. In lesson 2, we call it the knowing doing gap. We know what to do, but we don't do it, right? And because your mind is set at that level. And I want to help you to shift that set. I want to help you to shift it to that new set point. You know what to do and you don't know how to do it. How many people right now in your organization where you're at know how to do better, but they don't? You probably yourself listening, you know how to do better, but you don't do better. It's common in many sales places, common in many real estate offices, common with many insurance agents. They have the same access to the same market, same education. This one is doing well. She's doing very well. He's not doing very well. So how come? So we talk about that right away in lesson 2. Well, part of that is because either that individual has not figured out what do they really want, or it could be because they are just stuck in this old thinking. And I want to go to the extreme thing. They have not made a decision yet. They have not really made a decision to become that thing that you want. So you see, science and religion both agree that we become what we think about. So if we become what we think about, we have to be it first, right? You have to decide to become that thing. Goals are for us to grow. And most people, what they do, they take one step forward, 2 steps back, 1 step forward, 2 steps back. It's what I call, you're interested in growing, you're interested in getting this car, you're interested in getting this investment, but you are not really committed. I want to get you committed. When you come and study this material and you start thinking like this, at this frequency and vibration, you become committed to the cause. What cause? Your cause, the cause of what do you really want. And that's the thing that you're not going to stop on pursuing until you get it. Jim Rohn, he's passed away now. He used to say, I will keep doing this until I get there. I'll keep doing this until I get there. So, and I dig very deeply into that in the first 2-3 chapters. And, please, look it up and see the other videos that are already there. The team is doing a phenomenal job adding bits and pieces of the videos so that we can give it to you on bites. And if you want the notes that I'm using today for this talk, just reach out as well, and I'll share these notes with you. These are just a quick summary point, just to give me what I want to hit on today for clarity and confidence. Because once you've set a goal that you really, really want, and there's a sequence of how to do that, once you've made that decision, the clarity and the confidence is going to come. Now, it's not going to come right away, but it will come. All right. We have to change this behavior that you're in and get you to become that positive person, get you to become that different level of achiever. One of the things that I learned from Bob was how we learn. So you already know some things. You have to unlearn some things and relearn some new things. And it's how we learn habitually, right? See, a kid learns how to walk by walking so many times, and eventually they walk straight. Basketball superstar, right? How do they become a superstar? Not from the first game, not from the first training. It's training and training and training. So habitually, we have to change your behavior. There's only 2 ways to learn: emotional impact or repetition. We choose to use repetition in this material, and emotional impact could happen that would get you juiced up and to really get the information and really get it, right? But repetition is actually easy. It's simple, it's easy, but not too many want to do it because it's kind of, if I give you a thing to do for 30 days, you won't do it. Well, that's why I said 30 days with Kamal is a different thing every day. It'll be going to be a different video. So it's not the same thing. But in 30 days, you will develop this one habit that I call studying. Now, studying is easy, but nobody wants to do it, to build that repetition, to build that first habit. And that's the first one that we do work on with our clients, is to study. So after we set a goal and after we get you to decide that that's what you really want, how can we build your desire enough to really want it? So desire is the cornerstone of everything. You need to have that burning desire. Napoleon Hill, he wrote the book Think and Grow Rich. He summarized it after interviewing 500 billionaires at the time. And he said, you're only going to get this thing if you have a burning desire. You're only going to do it if you have a burning desire. Now, you can do it by force if it's your job, if it's your duty. But if it's something that nobody's asking you for, it's got to be a burning desire. So we got to have a goal. We don't need to know how to do it. We don't need to have the how. We just got to make a decision, and we're going to get committed. And we need to have this burning desire to achieve it. You have to decide on what you want out of this life, and then life is going to give you back. I'm not going to get too much into the law of attraction, law of vibration today, because I want to keep it simple and to the point. If you want to know more, of course, visit us, and we talk about that in many of the other lectures and the classes that we have. Okay. One of the key things that I want to bring up, and it is right here in the first couple of chapters, that thing that you want, you don't need to know how to do it. You don't need to know how to get it. You just have to want it. Okay. That's a prerequisite. You need to know how. You start working on attracting the things that you need to do it, right? The other issue that happens as you get along, as you get going along with this mission of achieving the business objectives or the money income or the house or the property, you have this self-negative talk that keeps going on up here. Now, it's not happening, I'll say, out there anywhere. It's just happening inside of you. Things like, oh, who do you think you are? Am I good enough to have this kind of money? Am I good enough to have that kind of connection? I don't have the resources. Nobody's going to come and buy for me. Nobody's going to buy my book, this and that. It's crazy that, I'm just like you. I have a book. And I was just talking to the publisher. He said there's thousands of them sold already on Amazon. All right. They're actually going to send the check. So it's just because in the beginning, I thought, oh, nobody will. But of course, somebody will. You have to get all this negative thought out of you. Now, how do you do that? How do you stop yourself from being negative? How do you stop yourself from putting yourself down and raising yourself up? Well, you do it by what I'm sharing with you. How? You learn how to set a goal. You get a goal that drives you. You get that decision-making ability to become committed, not interested. You start getting a burning desire that you really, really want it. And we work with you to get you to build that self-image. See, it says here in the chapter on self-image that on the outside, the results are a reflection of what's happening on the inside. You know that science and religion both say we become what we think about. So whatever you're thinking on the inside is happening on the outside. Now, I can say that because I believe it and I've seen it happen and my goals are coming about to life. It's pretty cool. But do you believe it? It's not what I believe. It's what you believe. Right? It's that belief inside of you. If you don't believe you're going to earn the business, you're not going to earn the business. If you don't believe you earn the connections, you're not going to get the connection. If you don't believe that you're going to become that person, you're not going to become that person. Or you can become it for a bit and then go back, and we call that self-sabotage. So when I talked a bit here about eliminating self-sabotage on this mindset material, that's what that's about. I'm going to teach you how to build a self-image that's big enough so you can become that person you want to become. And that could be that VP that I work with. It could be that CEO that you want, the director, the manager, the supervisor who wants to be a manager, the engineer who wants to be promoted, right? The real estate agent who wants to be $1 million agent, not just $100,000 agent. So we work on that self-image for growth, right? Because we become what we think about. And I didn't come up with that. Bob Proctor didn't even come up with that. And Napoleon Hill was taught by Andrew Carnegie, and he went out to search, the 500 millionaires, did interviews with them, and they all agreed to that. And right now, based on science and psychology, we become what we think about. It's all energy. So what are you thinking about? Just go along with me. All you have to do is just look at your results. And if you're not happy with your results, and if you're thinking that's what you deserve, and your results are here, that means you're not thinking that. You're thinking here. And we're going to teach you how to align that up. Okay. Now, how do we get this clarity? How do we get this confidence? Well, it is by setting this. It is like this. We study. All right. Where's my notes here on the systematically every day what we do? Okay. It's right here. We're going to study. You're going to have a goal that inspires you. You're going to have to kind of read and write your goal. You're going to have to take action towards it. And it's going to be something that you really want. You got something that you're going to become. Goals are for us to grow, not to get. The getting happens along the way. It's very simple. Systematic study, elite level mentorship, and accountability. And you're going to get into them more. Are you going to be confident the second day you come with me? Probably not. But by the second week, third week, fourth week, you will become. So we have out here for you, for all of you out there, what we call is 30 days training for free. We call it 30 days with Kamal. I want you to keep following up every day. Make sure you've watched every video and take notes, because these are summaries of the book. These are summaries from here that the team is grabbing and putting out there. And if you want access to the whole thing, let us know. We'll figure that out how you're going to get it, right? The last point that I wanna mention today is on leadership. Okay. You might be thinking, what does confidence and clarity has to do with leadership, and how is this about leadership? Well, as soon as you start thinking that you really want to get to the multiple six figures and $1 million business, you're going to have to start thinking of your team. You're going to have to think who's helping you to grow, who's helping you to become that person. It's not going to be done by yourself. you're going to need to grow a team. And that team could be your family, that team could be your company, that team could be your group, your colleagues. You have to start thinking at that level. So we spend quite a bit of time in this book and in the coaching with our clients, teaching them about team building, right? Teaching about the attitude of the team, of the leader. It's easy to have good attitude when everything's going well. It's when things are not going well where you have to have good attitude. And you see here my notes here on the screen: attitude, thoughts, feelings, and action. Thoughts, feelings, and action, because your thoughts, which are the vibration and the energy, is the most potent energy, right? And then how you get into that feeling, which is going to drive you to take certain action. Are you in reactive mode all the time, or are you in response mode all the time? So with leadership, you have to get your attitude right. You have to get your personal attitude right, and then your attitude is gonna transfuse and go out to the team that you have that's around you. And that's how you're going to build a multi-million-dollar company. So I really encourage you to start building this sequence of events, start seeing yourself part of something much bigger than we are right now, and keep following me here for 30 days. There's already 10, 12 days worth of material. If this is your first day, go back to day one, watch them all, and stick with me. For 30 days, your life's going to change. You're going to build a habit, and it's not a lot of time. It's just a few minutes every day, and you're going to find yourself like, wow, that kind of makes sense. I got to have a goal. I got to make a decision. I got to have a burning desire. I got to change my self-image. I got to have a good attitude about it. It all makes sense, but you don't do it. But I want to help you to do it. Now, why would I want you to do that for free like that? Because it's abundant, right? I already have this information. So why not you have it? I want you to have it all. I'm not the only one who want to be rich. I want you to be rich. I want you to be abundant. I want you to grow as far as you want to grow. And if you need help, you know how to find me. You know how to reach out, right? That's the key. Now, how do we do this? We do this, over systematic 6 months with our clients. We call it systematic study, elite level mentorship, and accountability. It's very simple. And you could do it one-on-one. You could do it for your team. You could do it in a group. And this will guarantee you to move the needle. But if you just do the videos that are on YouTube right now and in my email system for 30 days, you're going to feel that shift. Now, you're only going to feel the shift if you do the work. If you just come once a week and you watch them all at one time, it's not going to. See, I call it 30 days with Kamal. That means every day for 30 days. Now, you might say that's a lot. Well, it's up to you. Are you willing to do the work? See, everybody's able. Every one of you is able. Are you willing, right? Are you willing to do what it takes? Are you willing to pay the price? And I'm not talking about the money. I'm talking about the time. Now, this is the system that has caused me multiple six-figure incomes. This is the business that has caused me multiple different investments. And this is the material that I use to help you really transform your life and level to enormous amounts. I don't know where you are right now. It's simple, but it's not easy. Shifting your image to that $1 million thinking can be done by yourself. It's very difficult. You need somebody to help you. Much easier with somebody, and much easier with a group, much easier with a mastermind. Napoleon Hill said, if you want to do something and you want to persist, do it in a group, do it in a mastermind. That's what we're doing. Systematic study, elite level mentorship, and accountability. It is incredible, right? So I want you to stick with me for 30 days. I want you to invite your friends. I want you to subscribe. I want you to let me know how you're doing after the first day, second day, third day, whatever, after a week, so that we can adjust and correct. And all of us here are learning. I'm a learner kind of guy. So as you're growing, I'm growing as well. So I really want to thank you for listening, being it live or being it in replay mode, whatever it is. I don't see your question. I only have one screen tonight, so I apologize if you're watching live and I don't see you and you're asking me stuff. Sorry about that. Maybe I can jump quickly to the screen, but put your questions in the chat and let us know how we can help you. Let us know how we can really move the needle for you. Because when you win is when I win, right? And if you want the notes from today's session, just reach out and I can share these with you. Some of you are really wanting all the notes. That's fine. You can have all the notes. Some of you are really wanting the here we go. The book, this is the book. You can grab it from my website or you can grab it from Amazon. It's really up to you. It's very easy read and it's available now on Kindle, it's available on Audible, available on multiple platforms. And I have a very big announcement in a few weeks. It's going to be available to a whole lot more people. We're partnering with somebody that's going to be broadcasting this to 120,000 people at one time. I'm just so excited. And it's all because of this. It's all because I'm thinking bigger. See, I want you to help 10 times your business, right? 10 times. I'm working with somebody right now. He wants to open, he's had one store open and he wants to open another one. And we just got started a couple of weeks ago. I'm like, why just open one more? Why can't we open 10 more? See, I just have to move your thinking much bigger. That's all we got to do. Think big. The bigger it is, the more scary, the better it is. But I got to get you to have a decision made that this is what you want. And this is your desire, a burning desire that you're not going to stop. And that's how the energy is going to come to you, right? So hopefully this inspired you. And every week I'll be coming here to help you. Give us your questions and we'll pick up the answers to the questions next week or in future videos. I really want to thank you for being here. I want to thank everybody. I want to thank the team for sending out the emails and the reminders for all of you. They're doing a phenomenal job and we keep bringing you amazing content week after week. Thanks again. Appreciate you. Have an amazing week and blessings to all of you. Peace. And yeah, I'm seeing the sun in my eyes because